Uncharted 4 Legacy of Thieves Collection should be a celebration about a remastering of one of the best games of all time. The Uncharted series has always been close to my heart, and Uncharted 2 probably is one of my favorite games of all time. So here comes Uncharted 4. It's getting some higher frame rates, it's getting some 4K textures, and yet the upgrade path situation has caused it to be mired in controversy, unfortunately. Let's talk about what's going on here. This is going to be a bit of a journey, but let's go through it together. Here we go. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like these sort of videos, please hit that subscribe button, hit that bell to know when my content goes live. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. So I'm going to bring up the B-roll basically, and we're going to read through this together. So Wario64, known for great deals and just being really on the he has a pulse on the gaming community. He knows what's going on. He says, Uncharted Legacy of Thieves Collection pre-order trailer out January 28th for PS5, 2022 for PC. Awesome. Okay. Pre-order now for PS5, available January 28th, 2022. But then it gets a little weird. PS4 owners that have purchased Uncharted 4 Lost Legacy or the bundle can upgrade to the PS5 remaster for $10. Sounds great, right? Legacy of Thieves Collection itself is $49.99. It also includes a movie ticket for select countries for a limited time if purchased on PSN Store. Update. PlayStation Plus members who claimed Uncharted 4 on the subscription are not eligible for the $10 upgrade. And also, you can get movie tickets. So what has Sony been doing here? Well, seems pretty straightforward, right? Pay $10 if you bought the game already to upgrade. If you got it through PlayStation Plus, sure, you know, they've made $60 a year off you, but you don't count for some reason if you managed to get it the month that it was available. You're not eligible for the $10 upgrade. Okay, I guess that's Sony's prerogative. But then they've gone a step further, and this is sort of weird. So they've also gone ahead and they've removed the standalone version of Uncharted 4 and Lost Legacy. They've delisted it ahead of the PS5 Collection's release. So digital PS4 versions now only available as a bundle. So let's just read VG24 Video Games Chronicle here. It says, Sony Interactive Entertainment has removed the standalone PS4 versions of Uncharted 4 and Uncharted The Lost Legacy from sale on the PlayStation Store. Their delisting from the online marketplace coincides with Tuesday's announcement that their PS5 remasters will be released next month. Sony said that Uncharted Legacy of Thieves Collection will hit PS5 January 28, 2022, as I just said, priced at $49.99, and there's the other equivalents there. So Uncharted 4, Uncharted The Lost Legacy, or Uncharted 4 A Thief's End on Uncharted The Lost Legacy digital bundle owners are able to upgrade for $10. A really good deal, right? I mean, in Sony, yeah, you pay $10 for your upgrades. So it's a good deal for Sony fans. Uncharted 4 A Thief's End on Uncharted The Lost Legacy digital bundle for PS4 is available on the PlayStation 4 Store for $40, $39.99. And they've asked Sony why they chose to delist the less expensive standalone versions of the PS4 games, for example, just Uncharted 4, as by doing so, it removed an avenue for players to upgrade to the PlayStation 5 versions cheaply. So to kind of run you through what has happened here is basically you can only now buy the bundled version Uncharted 4 Thief's End and Uncharted The Lost Legacy together. You can only buy the $40 version of the game to get the $10 upgrade. And then the new version of the game, Legacy of Thieves Collection, is $49.99. So no matter what, you end up paying $49.99. So instead of just allowing a cheaper, simpler upgrade path for the game, now anybody who got it through PlayStation Plus can get it. You can't just buy Uncharted 4 and upgrade that via that method. You have to buy this digital bundle that is $39.99. And people are reacting mostly negatively toward it. It's just like they're really going out of their way to ensure that, you know, they make $40 or $50 off of this purchase. So let's read the blog post, the actual announcement about Uncharted 4 here together really quick. Uncharted Legacy of Thieves Collection details on the remastered bundle. PS5 release date, updates, and an Uncharted movie ticket limited time offer. So, okay, let's get some details about what you actually get with this mix. We'll just read the whole thing. We're excited to share our latest trailer for, I'll make it a little larger. Sorry, everybody. Latest trailer for Uncharted Legacy of Thieves Collection, remastered for PS5 and coming to PC for the first time ever in the series. Our upcoming release includes the single-player experiences of the award-winning Uncharted 4 Thieves End fantastic game, which features Nathan Drake's weary return to his old ways, and Uncharted The Lost Legacy, a breakout story for antagonist turned ally Chloe Fraser. Uncharted Legacy of Thieves Collection will be available on PS5 January 28th. For those of you who cannot wait to get your hands on the PC version, stay tuned for more details from us on spec and the upcoming release. Scrolling down a little bit, of course, experiencing over-the-top blockbuster action and adventure that both games are renowned for has been greatly improved and to complement, oh my goodness, and take advantage of the features the PlayStation 5 console is known for. So let's get into just that. Graphics. First off, graphic updates. Here's a look at the options players can select from. Fidelity mode. For those of you who have a 4K display and want a super sharp resolution, above all else to enjoy the stunning environments and details the Uncharted series is known for, select Fidelity mode and play in native 4K resolution with a 30 FPS target frame rate. Performance mode. Performance mode targets a 60 FPS frame rate. Performance plus mode. If you're all about the smoothest gameplay possible and don't mind a resolution drop, try out our first ever Performance plus mode, which targets 120 FPS at 1080p resolution. Requires a 120 Hz display, of course. Some shots from the game showing off their new texture work and what they've done here. The game already looks stunning. Features. Thanks to the power of the PlayStation 5 console, the load time is near instant, so you can jump into the action faster than Nate or Chloe can draw their weapons, which, if you've seen Chloe take on a band of mercenaries before, is pretty fast. Now we're actually getting into the things that the PlayStation 5 actually offers. Because, so real quick, all that other stuff that they've listed so far, and the reason I think consumers aren't reacting as positively to this as before is because they've really become accustomed to Xbox games offering all of that for free. All of that would be for free. If you upgrade from like a base Xbox One to the Xbox Series X version of the game, you get all of those things for free. They've done it with a ton of their games. And now we're getting into the PlayStation stuff that you're yes, you are paying for those other things. You also pay for these. But the problem is, consumer awareness is like at an all-time high with the actual proposed value of what you're getting. And they're starting to wake up to the fact like, hey, I get all that stuff for free over on Xbox. You're charging me for it here, and you're trying to get $50 for it. But anyway, these are the things that are not available on another platform. Enjoy spatial 3D audio and know where the shots are coming from, and immerse yourself in the ambience of the locations across both games. With the DualSense wireless controller, haptic feedback, and adaptive triggers, we fine-tune the rumble and resistance here, feeling the 4x4 vehicles roll along in your hands, or landing a punch and then rope swinging to safety has never been so rewarding. I can't talk today. Now, cool. So you get the cool controller features. You get the spatial audio, great stuff. Now, I do want to clarify something. I don't think that the $10 upgrade is like, I've made enough videos about the $10 upgrade, how I feel about it, and I understand where consumers come from. They're like, I want to support the developers. I know I'm getting a fantastic experience, and Uncharted 4 is a fantastic game, so I'm willing to pay the $10. I've made that video. We've come to a conclusion there. The issue people are having, though, is they've taken away avenues for people to do that upgrade for just $10. They really want you paying the $40 or $50 for the upgrade path. And now we're going to get into the one way around all that, which is buying a physical copy. And I literally laughed out loud when I read this part, because it's just like they just really want you to pay that extra money. And for the most profitable, successful company to just make it so convoluted and difficult. It's like, why are you like that? Why, like, just pass along your success and your good graces to your consumers. It really baffles me why they do this. Pricing and upgrades. The Uncharted Legacy of Thieves Collection will be available physically and digitally for the PS5 console for US $49.99 You can pre-order digitally here, and then pre-order link, right? Players that have purchased any of these PS4 titles, if you have Uncharted 4, you can upgrade for $10. If you have Uncharted Just the Lost Legacy, you can upgrade for $10. And if you have Uncharted 4, A Thief's End, and Uncharted for the Lost Legacy digital bundle, digital only, you can upgrade for $10. I believe I have the final one. Players who purchased Uncharted 4, A Thief's End, Uncharted the Lost Legacy, or Uncharted 4, A Thief's End, and Uncharted The Lost Legacy digital bundle have the option to pay $10 to upgrade to Uncharted Legacy of Thieves digital version. The upgrade will be available starting at launch on January 28, 2022. Great. Owners, this is the part that it's like, really? Owners of PS4 disc copies, and I understand why they have to do this. Okay, I understand why they have to do this, but it's just like, Sony, can you have an upgrade that just isn't a PR nightmare for you just once? Because they just had the Horizon, the new Horizon game, and that whole kerfluffle where they had promised that it would be cheap to upgrade, and then they had to go back on they released the press release, and then they went back on their word, and they're like, okay, we'll let you have it for the cheap like we said we would. And now this comes out and they're like, all right, pull all the cheap upgrade digital versions, make them go out and buy discs. And this part just made me laugh because it just seems antiquated. Players of PS4 disc copies must insert them into the PS5 every time they want to download or play the PS5 digital versions. They have to have their DRM somehow, I guess. PS4 game disc owners who buy the PS5 digital edition disc-free consoles will not be able to get the PS5 version for the discounted price. Let me read that again. PS4 game disc owners who buy the PS5 digital edition disc-free console. So if you buy the console, you will not be able to get the PS5 version for a discounted price because you can't put the disc into the slot, obviously, right? PlayStation Plus members who claimed Uncharted 4 A Thief's End via their PlayStation Plus subscription are not eligible for the $10 upgrade. Please note that the multiplayer mode included in Uncharted 4 A Thief's End and Uncharted The Lost Legacy will not be a part of this new collection. So no multiplayer mode. That's not in it. They really want you to pay $50, $60, $40, $50. What is it? $49.99? It's I believe the base price was $49.99. What did Video Games Chronicle say again? $49.99 or $39.99 if you buy the digital edition bundle. And a lot of people have already talked about, okay, here's how you get the best deal. If you're a deal hunter, you go to Target, you get it for $10, or you go on eBay and you get it for $10. Then you can get the collection for $20. The solution here, and I understand Sony needs to make a buck, right? So I don't fault them for that, but they've made it so weird and convoluted to do so. Why not offer more avenues to upgrade as opposed to this one path and then take away avenues to do it? What percentage of revenue would you really be losing if people opted to spend $20 and support the developers that way? Because you've left them one avenue. They have to put that disc in every time that they play, if they've even managed to get a PS5. And I'm not even that mad about this because I own Uncharted 4. I can easily upgrade for $10, but it's just I see people talking about this. It's just why are you doing it this way? It's so weird. You're making so much money right now, and to just squeeze that little bit more out of the consumer, it's just I think that's what people are having problem with more than anything. Because I saw some of the most diehard PlayStation fans talking about this today, and even they're like, "Really, you're not going to let the PlayStation Plus owners upgrade that way?" It's just so unfortunate. So look, the new version of Uncharted 4 sounds awesome. If you haven't played before, this is probably the ideal version that you're going to want to play. But just what a cluster of a story about doing something so simple. I had some other stuff brought up here, just tweets and such. So, Push Square, wrote a story about it, a dedicated Sony website. And let's just see some of the reactions. I didn't really look. Oh, look, it happened. good that I got the game physical. Can always count on PlayStation to deliver great news sprinkled with some bullshit. This is the stupidest shit ever. Not everyone has a PS5. Even if they do, not everyone wants to spend mad money like that to play. Well, okay. I mean, that's an argument about value. That guy has an Xbox logo, so let's keep going. Sony Game Service is going crazy and incredibly petty. That is you know what? Petty is just the right word. It's like, look, just give people the $20 upgrade path. Give a break to the people who, like, when did Uncharted 4 come to PlayStation Plus? Let's see when that story broke. So that was from 2020. So Uncharted 4 is free on PlayStation Plus in April. So that was in April of 2020. It has been a full calendar year, which means you've gotten another year of PlayStation Plus subscription fees out of the people that subscribed there and got their free copy of Uncharted 4. I mean, even I could understand that argument, but it just seems petty. And if you go over on Reset Era, you know, always fair and balanced over here. This really shouldn't be legal. It's 100% scummy. This is gross. So I own Uncharted 4 and Lost Legacy, both digital. Do I need to pay $10 or $20 to have the PS5 versions of both? I don't know. I don't understand. It would be $10. Yeah. What else were some of the reactions here? So let's just scroll down. I think people figured it out basically in that last one. If I have the original disc, like, people don't understand how to upgrade. So there's a lot of questions. How much were the games before they got delisted? They were $10. That's whack. Scummy, but are we surprised by this move? Probably a good idea to get Last of Us 2 before it gets delisted when the inevitable definitive edition comes out. That sucks, but it makes sense. Like, overall, the reaction there was not positive. So, look, this wasn't like, I'm not really mad about it, but I'm just surprised that Sony yet again has this, what should be a celebratory moment. Look what we've created with Uncharted 4. We've remastered it. We're offering you a $10 upgrade path. Here's 15 caveats. We're going to delist it. We're going to do all this stuff so that we can make as much money as we possibly can. Fair enough. You're a business, but consumers are starting to catch on and they're starting to call foul. It feels scummy. It feels petty. You are the most successful brand. You just beat Nintendo and you're worried about like $20. It's just so it's weird to me. And then people are seeing that Xbox games are just upgraded for free. Like Doom just got a massive upgrade. Hellblade got this whole upgrade. Any Game Pass game basically is getting a ton of upgrades. So here's Sony and they're just like, hey, we're going to make it really weird and complicated. I'd love to hear how you feel about this. I know that this is probably going to end up blowing up for all the wrong reasons, but I think it's important that we talk about it because there is a very clear difference between how Microsoft is handling the upgrade path and how Sony is. And every time one of these stories happen and there's like a little bit more of a pettiness going on behind the scenes, consumers are reacting negatively to it. And for me, I'm just like, well, I have the $10 upgrade option, but what are you doing? My question is more to Sony. What are you doing? At least offer a $20 upgrade path for like how much money do you need from the PlayStation Plus user who got it for free, right? Is there like a $15 option so I don't have to put in the disc every time? Is there any choice for the person who owns the disc but has a digital version of the PlayStation 5, which is an exceedingly rare console to get? If you really want to, I mean, you could probably find a game code online that might be lower cost in the next few days, but it just puts a sour note on what otherwise is a great announcement. And I hate seeing that. So that's the big story for today that I really wanted to talk about. And I think I've sort of exhausted my thoughts on it, but thank you for listening to me. That's what's going on with Uncharted. A lot of people are probably not going to care, right? They're just like, well, I already own it. I'm going to pay the $10. A lot of like the diehard fans will literally just pay the full retail price again. But I think that's a small percentage of the market. Like let's say 1% of the users going to do that. Most people, I think most of us just naturally look for good deals, right? And Sony has removed many of those paths for consumers. Why do you think they're doing this? Like they're the most profitable gaming company on the market right now. Are they going to go full Nintendo and just re-release the game and only allow you to buy it for $60 down the line? So I guess it's not Nintendo level bad, but it is getting to the point that even fans are calling it out. I wish I could remember the name of that one guy who was like, all right, Sony, like, look, I'm a huge fan, but even I think this is a little egregious. Let me know what you think about it in the comments below. I think this is going to be a interesting topic for tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. If you like my videos, please hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. I do appreciate everybody who subscribes to my channel and listens to me talk. If you want to become a member, memberships are turned on. Thank you so much to all of the members who have supported this channel. I greatly, greatly appreciate your support. You can click that join button right down there if you would like to become a member. I'm going to get out of here. I hope the comments don't get too heated. Let's just sort of analyze this and talk about it. That's what I like to do in these videos. I'm not trying to well, I'm not just slinging poop, right? It's a topic that's happening in the community. I think it's really just a strange business decision on Sony's part to, like, how many people really would have went that avenue of buying the cheaper digital version and then upgrading for $20? You're talking about like, what, 2% of your sales? Most consumers will go in this holiday season, see that version of Uncharted and pay the full $40, $50. Let's say some crazy number, like 10% of people would have done that. Like, really? That's concerning to the most successful gaming company in the world? Like that one guy said, to me, it just seems strange and a little petty. I'm all about supporting developers, but it's just such a strange move in my opinion. Anyway, let me know what you think about it in the comments below. I'm going to get out of here, and I'll see you for the next one tomorrow. Bye, everybody.